People are bump-shaming Meghan Markle for getting bigger during pregnancy. Even before Meghan Markle announced her pregnancy, fans and interviewers alike were asking intrusive questions about when she and Prince Harry were going to have kids. Now that she's pregnant, people can't stop talking about the size of her baby bump. It seems that the Duchess of Sussex's baby bump has officially popped and grown larger, igniting speculation that she might be having twins, or that her due date is earlier than expected. It's one thing to pay attention to Markle's style. The outfits she chooses sell out instantly and even create new jobs at small companies due to increased demand. But it's another to scrutinize her body or bump-shame her for getting bigger. She's pregnant. Pregnant people's bumps often increase in size. This should be news to no one. Pregnancy is not an invitation to scrutinize or comment on women's bodies, even if they're in the public eye. Author and feminist Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie kept her pregnancy to herself to avoid such unsolicited attention, only revealing that she was breastfeeding in a 2016 interview with the Financial Times. "I have some friends who probably don't know I was pregnant or that I had a baby," she said. "I just feel like we live in an age when women are supposed to perform pregnancy. We don't expect fathers to perform fatherhood." As public figures, members of royal family are expected to perform pregnancy and motherhood. Why else would Kate Middleton greet photographers outside the hospital mere hours after all of her children were born with blown-out hair and heels? Just because pregnancy is visible doesn't mean it's fair game. Everybody experiences carrying a baby, or babies, differently, so there's no way to deduce anything about someone's pregnancy just by looking at them. Some baby bumps remain small throughout the process, and some are the size of watermelons by the first trimester. Some people have retroverted uteri, causing their pregnancies to grow backwards and barely show at all. Markle probably won't have to deal with strangers in the supermarket touching her bump without permission given her royal security detail. Still, bump-shaming her by fixating on her body during pregnancy needs to stop. Meghan Markle is pregnant with her first child. Earlier this week, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were pictured stepping out in London, with the Duchess giving a glimpse of her growing baby bump. When is her due date? Meghan Markle, 37, and Prince Harry, 34, are expecting their first child together. The pair married in May this year, having announced their engagement to the world in November 2017. In October 2018, Kensington Palace confirmed Meghan's pregnancy, announcing that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were to become parents for the first time in the near future. So, when is the next royal baby due to be born? Understandably, Meghan has chosen not to reveal her exact due date. However, Kensington Palace have provided some information on when they are expecting the happy arrival. In the public announcement earlier this year, the statement revealed that the royal, and retired actor, is due to give birth in spring 2019. According to the calendar, that means that the baby could be expected between March 20, 2019 right up until June 21, 2019. The official statement read, "Their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are very pleased to announce that the Duchess of Sussex is expecting a baby in the spring of 2019. Their Royal Highnesses have appreciated all of the support they have received from people around the world since their wedding in May and are delighted to be able to share this happy news with the public." Meanwhile, at the time, some reports claimed that Meghan could be about 12 weeks pregnant, meaning that she could be likely to give birth in April or May next year. The news about the impending arrival of a royal baby came shortly after Prince William and Kate Middleton welcomed their third child into the world. Prince Louis, the youngster, who is the youngest nephew of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, was born in April this year at the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital. Earlier this week, the Duchess was pictured making her exit from a carol service in Chelsea, London, with Prince Harry. The royal wore a blue dress, which had a figure-hugging fit, drawing attention to her stomach. Yesterday, Meghan made a surprise solo appearance in London, at King's College University. She attended a meeting with university leaders, academics, and international scholarship students. The event saw the attendees address how higher education can help to improve the world. The Association of Commonwealth Universities, ACU, meeting saw conversations about the role universities have in addressing issues such as human trafficking and modern slavery, gender equality and inclusion, peace and reconciliation, and climate change and resilience. Who is Meghan Markle? Quick profile. Meghan Markle was born Rachel Meghan Markle on August 4, 1981 to parents Doria Ragland and father Thomas Markle. Her father was previously married to Rosalind Lovelace, and Meghan has two elder half-siblings, sister Samantha Markle and brother Thomas Markle Jr. Actress. Meghan's first television appearance in the USA was in an episode of the medical drama General Hospital in 2002. She later moved on to roles in CSI, Without a Trace and Castle, along with bit parts in Hollywood films including Get Him to the Greek, Remember Me, and Horrible Bosses. Meghan was also a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal, but her most famous role was as Rachel Zane in legal drama Suits, which launched in 2011. She was written out in the finale of the 7th series When Her Character Got Married, which aired in April 2018, just before she got married herself. Charity and humanitarian work. Meghan Markle's career in television has gone hand in hand with her support for causes close to her heart. She wrote about the stigma around menstrual health in an article for Time magazine and was a global ambassador for World Vision Canada, with whom she traveled to Rwanda for the charity's Clean Water campaign. And her commitment to gender equality has seen her work with the United Nations, receiving a standing ovation in 2015 for her speech to mark International Women's Day. Relationships. In September 2011, she wed film producer Trevor Engelson, who she began dating in 2004. But the pair divorced 2 years later in August 2013, citing a reconcilable difference. She was in a relationship with celebrity chef Corey Vitiello for almost 2 years, before they broke it off in 2016, but the two remain good friends. And in June 2016, she met Prince Harry on a blind date set up by a mutual friend. Their relationship began in October that year, and just over 1 year later, on November 27, 2017, the pair announced their engagement. They married on May 19, 2018 at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Meghan's heritage. Some have claimed Meghan Markle is the first mixed-race member of the royal family. Historians are still arguing about Queen Charlotte, the wife of King George III. But Meghan will be the first royal to openly embrace a mixed-race heritage. She has written about the difficulties of being a biracial actress in Hollywood, as she claims she is not black enough for some roles and not white enough for others. Meghan Markle made a surprise appearance at an academic meeting to discuss how higher education can improve lives. The Duchess joined university leaders to explore how further learning can address human trafficking, slavery and gender equality. Pregnant Meghan, 37, visited King's College London, but her trip was not announced. She looked relaxed in a casual short-sleeved, black top as she jotted down notes and asked questions. Laura Hammond, professor of development studies at SOAS University London, dropped news of the royal visit on Twitter, posting, "Thanks to HRH Duchess of Sussex for joining us." She added, "We had an excellent discussion about how research can tackle the problems of slavery and human trafficking. Thanks to HRH Duchess of Sussex for joining us." Laura added a picture of Meghan at the head of the table. The ACU said the event was an opportunity to explore how higher education can help build a better world. It discussed peace and reconciliation and climate change. The event follows her speech to students at the University of the South Pacific in Fiji in October. Meghan spoke at the time of her struggle to finance her higher education and her personal feeling of pride and excitement when she studied for her degree. She described the education of women and girls in developing countries as vital, and called higher education's impact incredible, impactful and pivotal. The Duchess has made it her goal to boost education for women in developing countries. The Duchess of Sussex is said to be reading up on hypnobirthing techniques as she prepares to welcome her first child in the spring, and could even consider giving birth at home in Windsor. Pregnant Meghan, 37, is preparing to leave Nottingham Cottage in the grounds of Kensington Palace as she and Prince Harry make Frogmore Cottage their official residence, and there is some talk of her having the baby at the couple's new home, according to Vanity Fair's royal correspondent Katie Nicholl. As it's the Duchess' first child, doctors could recommend a hospital birth, but Meghan is not expected to check into the private £7,500 a night Lindo wing at St Mary's Hospital in London, where the Duchess of Cambridge gave birth to all 3 of her children, but rather in Windsor. A source told the magazine Meghan is busy drawing up plans for a nursery at Frogmore Cottage as well as a mother-in-law suite for Doria Ragland, who will be encouraging Meg to go for a natural birth. The pregnant Duchess is still attending engagements, and last night made a surprise solo visit to King's College London to discuss how higher education can help to tackle global issues like human trafficking with academics. The source said, Doria plans to be around a lot when the baby arrives, and there are plans for her to have a dedicated space at their new home. She wants to be on hand to help Meghan and Harry with the baby. Doria will be involved, and if she's involved she will be encouraging Meg to go for a natural birth. Female has contacted the palace for comment. Giving birth at home would be in contrast to the exclusive Lindo wing, where Amal Clooney gave birth to her twins last year, and which even offers champagne on its menu for thrilled parents to toast new arrivals. Prices at the plush West London hospital ward start at an eye-watering £5,900 for a one-night stay, with a stay in one of the suites closer to £7,500. Kate and William's three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, were all born in the Lindo wing, just like their father and their uncle Harry before them. The news that Meghan and Harry will move away from Kensington Palace to make their home 25 miles away from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in Windsor has seen rumors of a royal rift swirling in recent days. The Duchess of Sussex has long been an advocate of natural lifestyle choices including meditation, yoga and a balanced diet. During her recent tour of Australia, Meghan told royal fans how she was relying on yoga to boost her energy levels. The Duchess mother Doria Ragland is a yoga instructor, and fitness fan Meghan, who was frequently snapped out and about with her yoga mat in the days before she joined the firm, has previously described the practice as being in her blood. Although the exact date Meghan is expected to give birth is a closely guarded secret, she was thought to be around 15 weeks pregnant during the recent Commonwealth tour, which could mean she gives birth as early as March 2019.